Hi dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Welcome to your usual cricket show on this Cricket Happenings. Well, today it's going to be the preview of two matches which are coming up. One is coming up at Dunedin between New Zealand and Sri Lanka. Today is the sixth one-day international which is going to be played of the seven-match one-day series. And what is more important is that, as you know, New Zealand are the ones who are on the ascendant here with a 3-1 lead right now. Now, it's very essential for Sri Lanka to actually win this match. It's a must-win match if at all they want to actually have an opportunity of going on and actually leveling the series. Sri Lanka have to put their best foot forward today at Dunedin and defeat the New Zealanders to really keep this series alive. If at all New Zealand walks away with this match in the sixth one-day international, well, then it's all over for Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka would have lost the series. So one looks forward to a very interesting match which is coming up in the sixth one-day international at Dunedin. The other match that we are going to talk about is between South Africa and West Indies. Now again, that is a similar situation there, but it's not a similar situation, but a situation which has really gone beyond the reach of West Indies, because tomorrow is going to be the fourth one-day international which is going to be played at Port Elizabeth between South Africa and West Indies. And as you know, South Africa have been absolutely walking over West Indies in this series, and for West Indies to really get something out of it, it really is a must for them. I wouldn't say it's a must because they already lost the series. So South Africa would probably be going on an experimentation. One probably feels that they would like to experiment a few things. It's the right opportunity for them since they have already won the series. But for West Indies, well, it's a matter of seeing whether they can at least get one win under the belt, which for me, currently in the form that South Africa are in, red hot form one could call, West Indies are the ones who are really under the pump here. So it's very imperative that West Indies try to win this match. So I'm going to do previews of both these matches, no doubt. But since I would definitely do a preview, no doubt about it. But I would like to start off this Cricket Happening show with a news whereby we are talking about the Big Bash League, which was today was the first semi-finals which was being played between Sydney Sixers and Adelaide Strikers. It was played at the Adelaide Oval. Sydney Sixers were the ones who actually won the match, and in fact they won the match in a canter, one could say, because initially they batted first and put up a score of 181 for 4 on the board of 20 overs. It was led by Nick Maddinson, who really attacked the Adelaide Strikers bowlers and really put their attack to the sword by slamming 85 runs of just 48 deliveries, 7 fours and 5 sixes. Contributions coming in from Wessels, who made 24 of 24 with 3 fours. He was the opener. He was Ricky Wessels opening the innings with Michael Lumb. Michael Lumb also really played a real cameo of a knock of making 32 of 19, dealt with 6 fours and 1 6. And Moises Enriquez, unbeaten 27 of 19, dealt with 1 4 and 1 6. And Jordan Silk the other day, who really played very well to take his team to victory, could contribute only 3. Well, Sydney Sixers finished with 181 for 4 of their 20 overs, which was a very good score under the circumstances. The bowling, Johan Botha, 4 overs cost him 25, but he was the one who really, I wouldn't say demanded some respect, but definitely got some respect from the Adelaide, from the Sydney Sixers batsmen. Kane Richardson, 4 overs, 1 for 37. Ben Lawlin was coming in for some severe beating from the hands of Nick Maddinson's bat. 4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 51. Sean Tate picked up the early wicket, 4 overs, 1 for 30 for him. And Adam Zampa, the random leg spinner, bowling 4 overs, which cost him 38 runs. Now, Adelaide Strikers Adelaide Strikers really didn't have any answer to the 181 which was posted by the Sydney Sixers, as the Adelaide Strikers succumbed to 94 all out. The highest scorer being I would say the number 10 batsman Ben Lawlin, who contributed 22 of 10 balls with 1 4 and 2 sixes. The other person to get into double figures was Johan Botha with 10 of 18 balls with no 4 and no sixes. Brad Hodge made only 20 of 14 balls with 3 fours, and Tim Ludeman coming up with 15 of 11 balls, 1 4 and 1 6, and especially considering that Adelaide strikers boasted of some very big names like Craig Simmons and Tim Ludeman, who were explosive openers, and we have seen that Tim Ludeman had gone on to make the fastest 50 in Big Bash League this season, and it was really surprising to see that Adelaide strikers went out absolutely without a fight in a crunch game, which was the first semi-final of the Big Bash League. Simmons could make only 5 runs of 6 balls with 1 4. Tim Ludeman made 15 of 11. Travis Head could contribute only 8 of 8 balls with 1 4. Hodge, I have already spoken of. Ryan Dorschat could only muster 5 runs of 9 deliveries. Ross made 3, Richardson 3, Zampa 3, Tate not, and it was all over for Adelaide strikers. The Sydney Sixers became the first team to actually enter the finals of the Big Bash League here in Australia, and Sydney Sixers won the match by 87 runs. Now, just talking about it, let's look at the bowling. The bowling was absolutely sharp. Now, Brett Lee, as you know, is the one who would be very happy, and what a proud moment. As you know, Brett Lee has decided that he's actually bowing down of total international cricket now. So you know that nowadays it's become a trend that people retire. As you know, Brett Lee has definitely retired from international cricket. He's not playing any one-day international test matches for Australia, but he still was playing in the IPL. He was playing in the Big Bash League. But now Brett Lee, as you know, what a moment for Brett Lee. I really feel happy for Brett Lee that the Sydney Sixers have actually gone on to reach the finals of the Big Bash League, and for Brett Lee's sake, as Brett Lee has decided that he's going to say goodbye to all cricket, I have a feeling that and this would be a real swan song for Brett Lee, and one only hopes that you know, Sydney Sixers really go on to win this Big Bash League, not really demeaning any other team which will be reaching, that the Melbourne Stars also have an opportunity, but I don't want to really demean anything, but just for the reason that Brett Lee is going to actually hang up his boots in international cricket for good. I really have a feeling that Brett Lee would be very happy that his team has come into the final, and he would love to actually go on and actually see that the Sydney Sixers lift the Big Bash League, and he can say goodbye to all cricket, and what a wonderful servant he has been to international cricket, Brett Lee. Words are very less to really talk about this very charming guy, Brett Lee. Now, Brett Lee, 3 overs, 1 for 16 for him. Sean, and I'm sure Brett Lee is one now, since he's going to say goodbye to all cricket. I'm sure he's one who is definitely going to be seen in the Channel 9 cricket commentators, in the commentators box, and one probably would be seeing him in all colours on a full-time job in Channel 9 in the cricket commentary box, along with James Brayshaw, Shane Warne, Michael Slater, Ian Healy, and all the other fellow commentators, Mark Taylor, and the other commentators. Now, Brett Lee has already had a stint in the Channel 9 cricket commentary box, and I'm sure he would be looking forward to join all those blokes there. So 3 overs, 1 for 16 for Brett Lee. Sean Abbott, 2 overs, 2 for 14. Now, look at the bowling. I mean, it was a real team effort. First it was the batting, but look at the bowling. I mean, you wouldn't say that any one single bowler contributed. It was an absolute team effort. Look at the bowling. 3 overs, 1 for 16 for Brett Lee. Sean Abbott, 2 overs, 2 for 14. Nathan Lyon, 4 overs, 2 for 26. Dougie Bollinger, 3 overs, no maiden, 21 runs and 3 wickets. And Steve O'Keefe, the spinner, 2.3 overs, no maiden, 17 runs and 2 wickets. And Sydney Sixers become the first team to advance to the finals of the Big Bash League 2015. And congratulations to the Sydney Sixers team. Nick Maddinson walked away with the Man of the Match award. Well, from here, from Australia, we are heading down to New Zealand. And the reason we are heading there is to do a preview of the 6th One Day International, which is coming up here at Dunedin. Now, talking about Dunedin, as you know, the 5th One Day International was also played in Dunedin, and it was won by New Zealand, and New Zealand took a 3-1 lead in the 7-match One Day International series. But now the onus will be on Sri Lanka. As I said, if at all Sri Lanka are going to slip up here in Dunedin, it's all over for Sri Lanka as far as this one-day series is concerned. But if they win this match, then they are not only keeping the series alive, they are also giving themselves an opportunity to go on and square this one-day series. Now Sri Lanka, well, they are looking solid. Dilshan is in looking some good form. Dilshan and Jayawardene in particular have been really hitting some good form, no doubt about that. Now it's probably one could say that Kumar Sangakkara, the mainstay of the Sri Lankan batting order, has to really come up trumps. He really need to put up a performance where he has to really take a big hand today if at all Sri Lanka need to win. Laidu Tirimane, he'll be opening with Dilshan, and then they have Angelo Matthews. Now Angelo Matthews didn't play in the other game, so if Angelo Matthews is going to play, it is going to be a big plus for New Zealand, for Sri Lanka, no doubt about that, because he will bring all his all-round powers into the picture there. And then Dinesh Chandimalu has not been able to do much of note here. The all-rounder Thisara Perera, I have to say that he has been quite disappointing. He has not really come up with the goods. And Thisara Perera and the team is there as an all-rounder. And if Thisara Perera is not going to fire, that is not good news for Sri Lanka. Jivan Mendes showed something of note as an all-rounder there. Nuwan Kulashekara always can be used as a pinch hitter, and he's also a good bowler. He's another bits and pieces all-rounder, one could call him. And then they have the spinner Sachitra Sen and I.K. Rangana Herath. And whether Suranga Lakmal, who really leaked 93 runs in his quota of 10 overs, would be dropped, and Damika Prasad might probably have a look in. It really remains to be seen whether Sri Lanka definitely need to take that particular challenge of dropping Suranga Lakmal just because he leaked away 93 runs. One has to wait and watch. New Zealand, well, they are firing absolutely superbly. Yes, there have been little problems right now on the top of the batting lineup. The Martin Guptill and Brendan McCullum, the opening batting pair, I mean, off late, if you see, they have been struggling. I mean, we have not been seeing some good starts. Either Martin Guptill gets out. Martin Guptill, well, barring that 64 in that rain-hit game, Martin Guptill has not really done anything. In fact, he was gone out on the first ball of Kulashekara of the New Zealand innings in the previous match. Brendan McCullum Brendan McCullum has been really getting on to runs, no doubt about it. But the problem with Brendan McCullum has been he has not been able to play a long innings in this one-day series. Now that is what is probably something which would beckon Brendan McCullum now. Kane Williamson, he has already shown, I mean, one of those classic players in New Zealand cricket. Not only that, now we also have, like, Kane Williamson has really, I would say, he has really got his game up a notch by actually showing some attacking instincts too. Once he settled down, he would be someone that he could really act as a thorn, because he can be a good finisher too. Ross Taylor, always, is another very, very experienced player in the mix-up, and Grant Elliott and Lew Cronchi. We know what they both Grant Elliott and Lew Cronchi have also gone into they went into the record books in the previous match when they put up a record record 6-wicket partnership of 267 runs, and then they have the thing for Sri Lanka now. In my opinion, if I really have a very close look at this one-day series, I would only say one thing, that for New Zealand, for Sri Lanka, the problem has been, even though they are able to get shave off the top of the New Zealand batting lineup, they really struggle when it comes to the lower middle order, where from is where the New Zealand recover and they go on to win the match. So that is something that Sri Lanka really needs to concentrate upon. They really need to really scheme, really do some scheming there to see how they can stop the lower middle order from really going on and taking the match. So Corey Anderson, and then they have the bowling. The bowling, as you know, is always very good and very sharp. Trent Boult and Tim Southee leading the way, and then Mitchell McClenaghan always, bowling in the right areas, and he is one who could be a real sort of a vital cog, according to me, for New Zealand in one-day internationals. And then we have either the spinner Nathan McCullum or Daniel Vettori would be playing. So one has to wait and watch what they do, whether they go with Nathan McCullum or Daniel Vettori. But as I said, the pressure is on Sri Lanka. It's a must-win match for them to keep the series alive. Otherwise, they are missing the bus in this one-day international series here today. Now, the next preview that I'm going to do on this particular cricket happening show is the South Africa West Indies. We know the one-day series has been really going on in a very, very one-sided manner. In fact, South Africa have been pasting West Indies all over, and South Africa have gone on to some huge records here. Now, just look at West Indies. Now, for West Indies, for me, as I said the other day, I was really a bit surprised as far as the selection was concerned, because when one did not see Darren Sammy there, especially considering that West Indies were still struggling in this one-day series, and did not see Darren Sammy. And while looking at the lineup today, it doesn't seem like there is any Darren Sammy in the mix-up. And for me, Darren Sammy not being there in the team is something which is very, very hurting, because he's one bloke who can really change the complexion of the game. And I'm really sorry to say, unless and until Darren Sammy is injured, well, I don't see any reason why Darren Sammy could be stopped, could have been dropped. Now, for West Indies, they really need a sort of a real electric start coming in from those two electric players in the middle, as far as opening is concerned, in the form of Dwayne Smith and Chris Gale. And then they have Marlon Samuels. Samuels, is another very, very good batsman. They have Nasim Dinorain, Dinesh Ramadhan, the wicketkeeper. Now, Jonathan Carter on his brief stay at the crease, at least, even though West Indies have been struggling, I think this bloke has some good talent, Jonathan Carter, but we have not seen anything big coming up from him. Probably today is the day where Jonathan Carter can really bring up his wares out into the open and show what he's capable of doing for West Indies. And then they have the all-rounders. Andre Russell was not really fired in any great manner as far as his reputation is concerned. Carlos Brathwaite is opening. I mean, he bowls, but he can also bat well, but probably he's a more defensive bloke, and probably that's the reason he's slotted in pretty low down the order. And then they have Jason Holder, the captain. Now, what a time for Jason Holder to actually take on the reins of the West Indies. I mean, it is a learning experience for him. There is no doubt about it. But again, he's also the captain of the World Cup. So Jason Holder, probably, I would say, one really feels sorry for Jason Holder that this West Indies team, he has taken over the West Indies team at a very critical time where a lot of things have been flying in all directions for West Indies. Nothing has been really going right. A lot of dissension in the camp, and a lot of things have been going, as we all know. World Cup, there's no Kieron Pollard, there's no Dwayne Bravo. So Jason Holder has probably taken this West Indies team at a very, very critical juncture. I wish him good luck, and he definitely is a good bowler, no doubt about it. And he can also show his batting ability. He has some batting ability too. And then the bowling, Jerome Taylor and then Suleiman Ben. So, but as I said, for West Indies, it's very, very important that they go on to win the match, because if even though it is only a sort of any salvaging, and I'm told that the pitch is going to be a bit humid, because there could be, I mean, I'm told that Port Elizabeth also has a lot of bounce, and there should be one probably won't be seeing lots of runs being scored, because it's a slowish pitch. But one only reckons that probably the West Indies can find some luck here in Port Elizabeth to put it across South Africa, which we know is absolutely beyond them. But you never know. If West Indies can really pull a rabbit out of the hat, I would say they could actually go on and put it across South Africa. But one has to wait and really watch. So these are the two matches which are coming up. And as usual, your host Ram will be there to talk about these two matches tomorrow on my next Cricket Happening show. Well, once again, I congratulate the Sydney Strikers to have been the first team Sydney Sixers, Sydney Sixers who have actually advanced, being the first team to actually advance to the finals of the Big Bash League 2015 here in Australia. Well, so we'll be waiting for the next team to really join them. Probably tomorrow is going to be the second semi-final, and that will see which two teams will be contesting in the Big Bash League final in 2015. So, well, dear fans and subscribers, on this note, I'm about to wind up my Cricket Happening show. Well, I know that Dear friends, subscribers, you all been enjoying my cricket show, so please continue to do that and spread the word to people. If at all you like it, you have some relatives and friends who really love cricket, have the same passion that you show. I would really implore you all, dear friends and subscribers, all those 434 subscribers, I would implore you all to really spread the word of this cricket happenings. Because as I said, I've always been saying that in all my cricket shows that you are the wheels of my business. So I just need you to go out there and spread the word, let people know about it. Well, it's not that since you are going to say they are going to really like it, but it's quite possible that they might not know about the show, and they go on to actually watch the show and they feel that, oh well, there is some value in the show, and I can definitely hook onto it. So well, that is the only sincere request that I have from you, dear friends and subscribers. That's it, dear friends. Once again, from the bottom of the heart, I really thank you, dear friends subscribers, for this very good cooperation on this Cricket Happening Show. Your host Ram will be seeing you tomorrow on the next Cricket Happening Show. Until then, it's a big goodbye this on a Saturday. Thank you.